Hi, everybody. It's Boog Sciambi. Welcome to the show. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We bring you Wednesday Night Baseball on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Owls. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Now, Jake McCarthy. On the ground, right side. Takes it himself, and an easy out to start the game. And let's take a look at the lineup. It features one of the sport's true superstars, Ketel Marte.
Oh, Boog, he's got great power just to every section of the ballpark, man. I love watching guys like this who can give it a ride to the opposite field or go dead center. I mean, that's really hitting. When you can hit and drive the ball up the middle other way, look out. Keep an eye out on this guy when he digs in. I wouldn't be surprised to see him launch one in this game.
Comes up empty.
0-2.
1 out, bases empty. The shortstop takes the ball.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike 3.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Ketel Marte up to the plate.
No ball. 1 strike.
That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. 2 out, space is empty. That smash towards center. Sanchez pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Diamondbacks down quickly. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Merrill Kelly. What do you got on him, Chris?
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Bottom of the first. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. And that's in there at the knees. That one missed.
2 ball. 1 strike.
Swings through that.
2-2.
Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. And now it's going to be Otto Lopez. That's in there. That's strike 1. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
The other way, fair ball.
Batting third, the center fielder.
And now the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez. First pitch misses.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level playing at night.
Lopez stands at first with 1 out. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Next offering is in for a strike. Kelly a move to first. Lopez dives back in safely. Another throw over. Tag, and he got him that time.
So much for their first hit right there. Good move, and he had him leaning all the way.
Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings, fouls it off, and he breaks his bat. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. McCarthy trying to get there. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Alcantara back to work. Foul ball there. Alcantara, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a four-seamer, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
2-1.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Cut off, throw to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's Josh Naylor, and that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Just a slow ground ball this time. Lopez over to first. One out in the second.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Corbin Carroll, batting with one down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. One away with a runner at third. Gets a piece and stays alive. That misses the zone. Going to count 1-2. That one down the line, and that's just foul. One away with a runner at third here in the second game of the series. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they clean things up for the out. Next to hit for Arizona, Adrian Del Castillo. Now a screamer into the outfield. And he'll pull into second with two gone.
You know, line drives are tough because they can sink on you. They can even have some ride and go over your head if you take a false step in. Sometimes they can knuckle. So I'm not sure if that was the problem right there. Could have been the lights as well. Sometimes you see the ball all the way until the very last second. It disappears and it gets real scary.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That one felt good. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add a couple more. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. They tried to get him to chase on a slider, down and away. Swinging a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. That's the third out. D-backs add a pair on the homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And the batter now, Brent Rooker. Ground ball nailer. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, J.D.
Here is J.D. Martinez.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
No balls and a strike to J.D.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Back up the, that got him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Vinny Pasquantino getting ready to hit. And ball one. Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw won't get there in time, and they come away without an out. Two on, one out. Salvador Perez will hit next. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No ball. One strike.
Two on, one out.
No, that's a ball.
Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Here's the left fielder, Griffin Conine.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Off the mark there. Ball one.
One ball.
Conine
No
with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. The 1-0. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases now loaded with two away.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defender to react and try to make the play when it's ripped like that.
So digging in, Jonah Bride. Right through there for a strike.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Hit on the ground to short. Perdomo. Over to first. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
McCarthy.
That one finds the corner. 0-1. McCarthy, in his 3rd season, hitting leadoff in today's game. A former first-round pick back in 2018. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
And there's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
One down, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Late on that fastball.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
Bounce to the right. And that chance handled. Sends it to first. They get the out on Marte. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. So they make short work of him there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Arizona's on top, 3-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Edwards.
On the ground to third. Slings to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, number 6. Second baseman.
Otto Lopez digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed. Next pitch is downstairs. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right. Liner, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's a ball. Throw to second. He's out.
You know, something that's often overlooked in a caught stealing situation is just that catcher's footwork. These guys work so hard on just every aspect, receiving the pitch, but then also getting it into a position to get off a quick throw. Right there, that was perfect execution, and it allowed him to get the throw down to second in time.
Next offering is down low.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Headed down the line. And a foul ball. And that's downstairs. And now 3 balls and a strike. Brent Rooker up next. Headed towards the corner. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Rooker now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
There's a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Two outs. That's to third. Fires over to first. Inning over. And we're back. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. The right-hander back to work. Pitch is in there. Strike 1. Ball 1 there.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Naylor stands in now and watches strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch is outside. A little bit low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hit in the air out to center field. Sanchez hauls it in, 2 away.
The right fielder, number 7.
2 down, bases empty. This is Corbin Carroll. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Now this is in the air down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Check swing. He held up. And it's 1 and 2.
2 strike.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a pop-up. Edwards sizes this one up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Offense held in check there to the bottom of inning number 4 now. Diamondbacks lead this one 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom four, now it's the DH, J.D. Martinez.
Martinez.
There's the strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game, Boog. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits, not giving up any runs. But at some point, your luck usually runs out.
And now, Vinny Pasquantino,
Nope,
just
that's off the
off the outside edge. Runner at first with no outs here.
Let's go now. Base hit here.
On the ground right side, over to Perdomo. That's one. Return throw gets him at first. It's a 3-6-1 double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Perez in the box with two gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that's
1 ball,
outside.
1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Right back to him on the mound. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Alcantara back to work. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Late swing, foul to the left. 0-2 now. Cut on and miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Next is the designated hitter, Randal Grichuk. He's already homered in this game. First pitch swinging.
Well, on the mound, very
1 strike.
efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Gurriel in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Nothing doing for Arizona, but they lead at 3-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the left fielder, Griffin Conant. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, this group of hitters doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Next pitch misses way outside.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. And there's one away.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman.
Now the 3rd baseman, Jonah Bride. Outside, 1-0. Fought off foul. The D-backs leading by 3. Last half of inning number 5. Just
No, that's
missed.
a ball.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
That one the other way. And it's into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And that's a 2-bagger.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So a runner at second, 2 down. Lopez now at the plate. He's 2 for 2. Out to short. Perdomo throws to first. Inning over. And we're back. Start of the 6th. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Jake McCarthy. First offering, and it just misses. Nice curveball for a strike. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. Stretches out and holds it in. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Breaking ball inside, and that is ball 1. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very well right now.
On its way to the corner, and that's a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Got him looking. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Here's Ketel Marte. 0 for 2 in this one. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Marte goes 6'1", a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. And that one fouled off. Just missed.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-2. Curve in the dirt.
3-2.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. No runs, no hits, no errors. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. D-backs out in front. Bottom of the 6th inning, digging in, Jesus Sanchez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. He goes down looking.
Away, away, away. Clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Strike three, and that's two in a row. And now J.D. Martinez. And the first offering is not close. And that one lifted in the air center field. Makes the catch, and that's the third out. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
And first offering is fouled off. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one back there. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Andrew Nardi gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Naylor in the box again, takes a strike. And now the lefty. And that just misses.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
One down, base is empty. Up the middle, Lopez. Slings to first in time.
The right fielder, number 7, Corbin Carroll.
Two outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Thompson. And here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. Right through there for a strike. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Justin Martinez getting ready to go. Out to short. One up, one down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. There's the sinker at the knees for a strike.
No ball, one strike.
That one missed.
One ball.
Base is
Two
empty,
strikes.
one away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that's outside. Line to left. And foul ball. Next offering is downstairs.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
To third, but that rolls foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His 4th home run of the season. And they close the gap. It's 3-1. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So 2 down. Jonah Bride, the next to hit. Swing and a ball line to center. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
And now Xavier Edwards, 1 for 3. The shortstop takes the ball. Fly ball center field. McCarthy settles under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. New inning getting started. Now the D-backs catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. That's a strike, and it's 0-1. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a ground ball. Lopez in plenty of time to first, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Now up next for Arizona, Randal Grichuk, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Andrew Nardi won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Luke Weaver comes on now.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
On the corner for a strike. 0-2 now.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Gurriel up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Here's a high chopper. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
And here is Jake McCarthy, and it gets by him. Coming home. He will score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Perdomo stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Konai makes the play, and that is that. Arizona hits the board on this RBI triple. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Justin Martinez. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh.
Martinez.
Lopez at the plate now as he chases after that one.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Next offering misses down and away. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Jesus Sanchez will hit next. And a foul ball. The Diamondbacks leading by 3 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Popped up. Suarez. That's out number 2.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Now batting, right fielder.
2 down, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brent Rooker. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be
2 down, nobody on. And a base hit right there. Now J.D. Martinez at the plate. And a swing and a miss.
Here's a run-scoring
No ball.
opportunity.
One
You
strike.
definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. Here's the 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Pitch
That's the ball.
misses there. Now 1-2.
Two.
In the dirt. Rooker off of first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Anthony Bender. He's been so good against lefties. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte. 0 for 3 in this one. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Now it's going to be Eugenio Suarez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Nobody out. Runner at first. And down on strikes he goes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Swing and a miss. Popped up. Pasquantino under this one. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Now here is Corbin Carroll. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. In there at the knees for a strike.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Sanchez makes the play, and that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Kevin Ginkel.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Pasquantino leading things off and takes a strike.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Lifted in the air, right center field. McCarthy sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. He's 2 outs away. Perez digs in now. Out to short. Perdomo whips it across, and they get Perez for the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the left fielder, Griffin Conine. Misses off the plate, and that's ball one.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks even this series up at a game apiece.
This was by no means an offensive outburst. Only 4 hits the entire game, but good teams find a way to win, and they did.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi saying so long. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got a Thursday matinee on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Owls. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, Boog. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the hill, Braxton Garrett.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Corbin Carroll leading things off and takes a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to. Challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And now Geraldo Perdomo, 2 for 8 in the series so far. Line drive. Steps on first for the out. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. And the Diamondbacks down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the first, 0-0. Back here with my pal Singy. Starting in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez. Chris, he's looking for a bounce back this season.
Yeah, and I think this guy understands that if he doesn't make quicker adjustments and show improvement, that the patience that his manager has will not last as long as it did last year. So we'll see if he can get off to a great start. Perhaps the work that he did in the offseason will show good results early on, but he's got to get out of the gates going strong, or else he may find himself in the bullpen or back in the minor leagues.
Carroll makes the grab, one away. Okay, let's check out the lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Otto Lopez, batting with one down, takes a strike. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Goes down looking. And now the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. Back there. Got all of that one. His 7th home run of the season. It's 1-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's some real power at the plate. Brent Rooker. Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. Rooker with another scorching run of play lately. No question about this one. It's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and they keep adding to their lead. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's J.D. Martinez. That one found hard the other way. We've gotten
used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
2 out, space is empty. Next pitch is outside. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can't forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 3-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
So 2 away with nobody on. And here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. This one smoked on its way out of here. A gigantic blast. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add a run. It's 4-0.
First pitch changeup, and he was all over it. Not sure if he was expecting off speed or not, but he picked up on the velocity and punished it. Wow, 4 consecutive home runs. These guys are taking batting practice in the game. Just unbelievable at bats, and I'll tell you what, that hitting coach over there in the dugout, he's feeling pretty proud of himself right now.
And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. And takes low for ball 1.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros. Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound, and this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Toss to Naylor, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. 4 runs on 4 hits, all of them solo homers. We go on to inning number 2. The Owls have the advantage, 4-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
He's already pitching with a 4-0 lead, so we should see him be aggressive. Fill up the strike zone. Don't issue free passes.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
With the shift on, hits right into it. Slings it across and quickly one away in the second. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great. This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
Randall Grichuk now. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Cracks his bat and pops him up. He makes the grab, and there's two away. Here's Gurriel. This to third, but it kicks foul. Next pitch is downstairs. Naylor leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This one in the air, right field. Hill makes the grab on the run. One left for Arizona. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Derek Hill. Rodriguez back to work. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Carroll settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one away.
Batting up, the third baseman,
Jonah Bride now at the plate. That one fouled off. On the ground to short, Perdomo. Jumps, throws, not in time. He's safe.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Xavier Edwards. Right through there for a strike. Man at first, one away. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
0-2 is the count. One ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. On the ground to the left, Suarez. Here's Marte for one. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. The Owls on top here, 4-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Edmundo Sosa.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch. Here's Aramis Garcia. That one
Ball,
drifts
that's
inside.
inside.
Garcia measures 6 feet 2 inches, hitting 9th in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. On the ground, right side, and it gets by him. So the lineup flips over. Next to hit for Arizona, Corbin Carroll. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Garcia, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a good eye there.
That's inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So 2 down now, and here is Geraldo Perdomo. 0 for 1 so far. First
Inside
pitch
ball.
just misses. And another ball. And that's
Ball,
outside.
that pitch is out.
And now 3-1. Ketel Marte on deck for Arizona. In there at the knees. And now 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
In the air, right side. And that'll do it. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1.
Well, these guys doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. It's tough to remember the times they've
that's
actually
off the plate.
swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
And that one in the air, center field. Grichuk makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting.
So up next, Jesus Sanchez. He's already homered here in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. One out, base is empty. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty. Next to hit, Brent Rooker. He's already homered in this game. Sliced hard but foul. 2 outs. And that's in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Check
1 ball,
swing. Did he
2
go? No,
strikes.
he didn't. Just
Ball
misses
inside.
with that one.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Smoked on the ground a second. Whips it to first. That's the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Ketel Marte.
in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Fouled off left side. And the 0-2. Cut on and lifted in the air. Hill on his way over. Drops into the glove. One away.
Now back, the third baseman, Eugenio.
Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Grounded out his first time up. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Man, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
One down, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going. And here is Randal Grichuk. Check swing, and he went. Strike. One.
1's the count.
Naylor, the runner at first with 2 gone. Chop to third. Right. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. And welcome back to the ballpark. Jon Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, J.D. Martinez. Just missed.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Foul ball. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. Tap foul at the plate. And that drops in for a strike. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Pasquantino stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And that is out of play. The next offering misses, and the count is 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. And a slider misses down and away. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Suarez pulls that one down. That is the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We played 4. The Owls out front here, 4-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Garrett back to work. Base knock center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. You know, these D-backs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for him to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone. You don't stay tall on the backside.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. So he goes yard to left. His first homer of the year, and they slice into the lead. It's 4-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Look at that. Pure reaction. Fastball up and in. Not an easy pitch to get to, but because it was just a reflex, he didn't have time to get long with this swing.
Corbin Carroll swings it now. Good power, and he's homered off some really big names early in his career.
Yeah, Boog, his first home run was against Yu Darvish. He also got to Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer shortly after. It's easy to gain confidence when you're having success against the biggest names in the sport.
That misses. 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Slinging it to first in time.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one out to right. Hill makes the play, and it's out number 3. Diamondbacks draw a bit closer thanks to this home run. It's now 4-2. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And now here is Derek Hill. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they had their first hit since the second inning. Now the third baseman, Jonah Bride, reached on an infield single his first time. Grounder might be two. Off balance speed, there's one. On to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So digging in, Xavier Edwards. 0 for 2 in this one. On the ground to third. And that's a fair ball.
The batter, number 6.
So up next, Otto Lopez.
Lopez.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a...
There goes the runner. Pitch misses. Throw to second. He's safe.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Coming home. The throw in. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. It's 5-2.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. Eduardo Rodriguez will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
A.J. Puck takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Man at first, Jesus Sanchez getting ready to hit. Late with the swing there.
0-1's the count.
Snap throw to first.
No, he's in there.
Lopez back in on a dive. Two outs. Runner on the go.
Oh, that
Pitch
comes out.
outside. Throw there. Safe. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Lopez at second with 2 down. And down on strikes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 5-2. Back after this on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Marte.
That's to third. On to first. They get the out on Marte.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
That one ripped. Martinez going back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Thought that was a no-doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Josh Naylor. He's 2 for 2. Naylor. An all-star a season ago. 27 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. Sanchez makes the grab. And that is that. Nothing doing for Arizona. They trail at 5-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's a big power threat. Brent Rooker. And that skips into dirt.
Well, these players doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 6-2. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. Thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but those plays are so tough to pull off. And I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
JD Martinez stands in. That's in for a strike. Swing and a foul straight back. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Salvi steps into the box now. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Swing and a ball popped up. Perdomo. And there's 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
And here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. He swings and fouls one off. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Carroll makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 6-2. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Top of inning number 7. Stepping in, Randal Grichuk. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
Well, he was ready for that fastball right there. Really turned on it. Hit it hard. Had the distance, but just too much hook to it. So you might want to make a little bit of an adjustment. Let it travel a little more and see if you can keep that thing fair.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
Swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Diamondbacks down quickly. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. And we're back. Now it's the right fielder, Derek Hill.
Let's go, Derek. Let's see it.
The other way, Naylor. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Jonah.
And the batter now, Jonah Bride, 1 for 2. He was late there, strike 1.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
Fought off foul. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Line drive brings it in for the third out. Now the D-backs catcher, Aramis Garcia. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Garrett still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
And there's one down. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Next offering is in for a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all the strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
That's a base hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Perdomo off of first with 2 away. And it's fouled away.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Sanchez snags it, and that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Joe Mantiply. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Here's the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez. That one is absolutely belted. That's not coming back. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add on. It's 7-2.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Well, you can see he was out front just a little bit. Maybe didn't recognize the changeup earlier, but he got the bat head to it, hooked it down the line, and was able to keep it fair for a long home run. Really impressive.
Brent Rooker will hit next. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Off the mark there. And it's 1-1. Slice to right. And there's two away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that means Salvador Perez will have a chance to hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And now, Salvador Perez. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. One run across in the frame so far. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Outside low. And 1-1.
I got a ball, one strike.
And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Hammers that one, curling down the line and foul.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Pitch misses outside, and the count's full. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Pasquantino, the next to hit. And that's downstairs and outside. Ripped on a line. Gurriel handles the chance. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Last chance coming up for the D-backs. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here is Eugenio Suarez. And first offering is fouled off. Romero goes 5 feet 11 inches, 215 pounds, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016. Got him swinging. Here's Josh Naylor. Swinging a foul out of play. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Randall Grichuk stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one fouled off. Naylor at first, one gone. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. Stays alive. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. And the pitch. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Going, gone. He sends a rocket to left. His second homer of this series, and they cut into the deficit. It's 7-4. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 1 for 3. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. So they turn to their closer, Edwin Diaz.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Diamondbacks down to their final out. And here is Sosa to the plate. That's outside. 1-0. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
That just misses, and the count is even 2-2. This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence, and you want to be feeling really good about how you're playing, as well as to your left and your right, your teammates, that they're on track as well.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
the NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories. Now a look at the stats for Donte DiVincenzo.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now a look at Memphis's starting group. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 slot. And for the Knights, they've got Donte DiVincenzo. All out there with Mo Wagner. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams are no different.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
McConnell passes to Wagner. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, big men that can dish the ball like Wagner seem to be the new commodity in the NBA.
Here's Morant. Rebounded by Kansas City. McConnell with it. Inside. And there's Wagner on the assist by McConnell.
And at 6'11", Wagner is a threat inside. Good to see him going up with confidence down there.
Here's Edey. Yes, that goes in. Edey's got his second basket of the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Wells kicks to Jackson. Here's Edey. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, this offense is so much better when Jackson moves the ball.
And it's ball in the corner. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Bane passes to Morant. And he goes big with the dunk right over Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Craig, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's McConnell, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Memphis leading. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And first time out for the game called here for the Knights. This is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. 5th, Mitchell Robinson.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Kansas City trails by 3. Pass to DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. Connects from 3-point range. DiVincenzo's got 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Jackson. Here's Edey. Morant outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
Jackson kicks to Wells. Payne for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, defenses should always expect this from Bane. He's a skilled distance shooter.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And the Knights have possession. They trail by 3. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Now Morant. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. The 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And the Knights call time here.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves.
Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis.
Here for you. Substitution for the Grizzlies, number 7.
Here's DiVincenzo. He had a 30-point outing their last game against San Antonio. To the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. And it's Memphis on the break. And a wide-open look for Bane. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
Just 5 on the clock. Jackson, and it's Memphis with another.
We know Jackson Jr. can shoot it, but this guy is 6'10", 242. He should feast inside.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Here's Morant. Mitchell Robinson making his last shot. Pass to Jackson. Here's the 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Kansas City trails by 8. Outside, Ball launches it. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Aldama with the ball. Outside Jackson. To the paint. Here's Morant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. You can see, and coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. And it's a completely new group here for Kansas City.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Kansas City trails by 8. Here's Schroeder. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Joe passes to Bane. There's a good screen. Offline with his three. Kansas City has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Schroeder passes to Craig and finished off by Craig.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Now, here's Bane. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Here's Jackson, a shake. And it's good on the layup. Jackson's got 6.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
There's Schroeder. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Pass to Jackson. The jump hook. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Schroeder dishes to Burks. It's Prince on the wing. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Last outing for Memphis. They won that game against the Celtics. Here's Bane. Count that one. Bane's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, if you overplay Bane on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
Schroeder kicks to Craig. On its way from Burks for 2. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bane with the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Memphis lead.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Now here's Burks. Scoreless thus far. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Lewis checked in for Memphis. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Aldama finds Jackson. And he banks in the layup. 8 points for Jaren Jackson.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
There's Schroeder. Pass to Dermanenko. And here comes the break. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And the first one drops. And Joe drops them both. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 8. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard and they are physical.
They've got Robinson. Wagner is out there with ball. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's McConnell in at the 1 spot.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And for the Grizzlies, they've got Isaiah Joe. Santi Aldama is out there with Jackson. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Huff in at the center, filling out the middle.
Well, his ability to sniff out these shot blocking opportunities really defines Jackson Jr.'s defensive game.
Here's Jackson, stripped away. Robinson finds Wagner. Back to Robinson. And he uses the glass on the lane.
You love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Here's Joe. He's covered by McConnell. Jackson setting the pick here for Jackson. The shot, no good.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from McConnell.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Joe with it. He's covered by McConnell. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. From 15 feet away, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Jackson's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, I like the assertive approach from Jackson Jr. Not hesitating for a second off the bench.
Ball, no good. Memphis leading by 8. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Joe. Here's Aldama. He's covered by Ball. Aldama passes to Joe. The tray. Aldama gets the bucket. And now it's an 11-point Memphis lead.
Yeah, Aldama can stretch the floor for you when the big man finds quality openings at the arc.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over.
Now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud. Let them hear it. Who wants a t-shirt?
And Kansas City making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Wells, he's checked in for Memphis. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Here's Jackson following the 3 by Kansas City that went in. Shoots over Wagner. Jackson misses. Kansas City trails by 8. And here is DiVincenzo. 9 points in the game so far, and it's blocked.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Aldama gets the bucket.
And at 7 feet tall, Aldama can burn you inside. Even with the contact, he's tough to contain at times.
DiVincenzo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. First team
Just
foul.
nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
For Kansas City, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And Memphis making a change here. Baines checked in. And so DiVincenzo nails both of them. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. On the wing, Bane. Hits it from 3-point range. Baines got 10.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Outside, Ball. Robinson sets a screen for Ball. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Wells. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Kansas City has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And McConnell gets it to go.
And Ball sets up his teammates when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Joe passes to Jackson. Now, here's Bain. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Yeah, Ball just really good at running in transition. Smart at knowing where to sprint to in the open floor.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Bounce pass, Joe. Pass to Wells from downtown. It's good from long range. Wells has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Defensive
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Love check in for Kansas City. Alec Burks comes in for T.J. McConnell. Memphis also making some changes. Huff's jacked in, and it's Morant in for Isaiah Joe.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Back to Morant. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Kansas City trails by 7. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over Bain. DiVincenzo hits the bucket. DiVincenzo's got 16 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Now here's Wells. He's covered by Ball. Now here's Morant for 3. Love grabs the board.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Ball, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Takes the 13-footer. A shot by Wells, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DiVincenzo. His last 10 games have been exceptional, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Aldama finds Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Well, this is Morant at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
Now, here's Burks. No scoring in this one. Morant, right side. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Here's Schroeder. Atop the key, Prince. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 5. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Kansas City. Bagley, he's checked in for Memphis. Morant dishes to Bagley. Memphis moving it around. And that one's good, Morant.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off. whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man serve. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, there have been very few players at 6'2" who've played above the rim like Durant.
Schroeder against Morant. Craig passes to Prince. Drains the three-pointer. Prince has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Morant outside. Morant with another miss.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Schroeder. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 11 points. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Morant just doing a nice job absorbing the hit there.
For Memphis, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight, and that one misses. Mann's checked in for Alec Burks. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Edey's checked in for Bagley, and it's Jackson in for Santi Aldama. Kansas City has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. Schroeder with the ball, now guarded by Wells. To the wing on the left, fires it up. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Morant. 51 seconds left in the first half. And it goes down 2 points. Morant's got 21.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
To the inside, Dermonenko. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Morant. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Boston. No points there, 9 for 14 from the floor, but still shooting 64% this game. Here's Prince. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
It took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Morant looking around. Makes it off the glass. 23 points in the game.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
It's far enough into the season now where you can tell which guys are for real and which guys are pushing for that ROI.
I remember in 1993, you winning that award, Shaq, mainly because you should have won that championship that year, those darn Supersonics.
Changing gears now. Fellas, we need to talk about how dominant Ja Morant looked in that first half.
Well, I mean, what is there left to say about Ja Morant? He's dynamic, he's electric, relentless on the offensive and defensive end, impossible to contain. The list goes on and on and on, Shaq.
If I could have moved like that, Kenny, I'd have 19 rings.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
They've got Wagner, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Robinson, and it's Ball in at the free throw. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. Stan, I've always admired you come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. And so here's Memphis. Following the three by Kansas City that went in. Back to Morant. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Morant's got 25 points in the game. Here's McConnell. Oh, good on the triple. Memphis leading by 8. And stolen by McConnell. Pass to Robinson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
He's off on the second. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. They get it back. A kick out to Bane. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bane's got 13 points.
Smooth and fast release from Bane that time.
Kansas City trails by 10. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a number 1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble. Very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
Memphis moving it around. Pass to Edey. That one doesn't go. Kansas City has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Wagner kicks the ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now it's only a 5-point Grizzly lead.
And Ball, such a high IQ player, superb at knowing when to take that triple.
Back to Morant. Fires for 3. Morant with another miss.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Robinson sets a screen for DiVincenzo. Here's Bane. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Bane with the hops.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over.
All right,
and a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Jaren Jackson.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
Wow! Amazing stuff with the defender glued to it.
Here's Morant. Banked in off the glass. Morant's got 27.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Wagner with a screen for Ball. Misses from short range.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Bane, no good. Kansas City trails by 7. DiVincenzo passes to McConnell. There's Ball with the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Wells has got his 5th rebound in this one. Up top, Morant. Pass to Bane. Takes a 3. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Morant right side. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And this is what's so special about Morant's game, his mobility and his explosiveness.
Here's McConnell. He has 6. Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Pass to Edey. Now Wells. He's covered by Ball. Morant with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Jackson has the open look. Here's Edey. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Kansas City trails by 10. On the wing, DiVincenzo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. DiVincenzo's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for Kansas City. Morant kicks to Jackson. Bane for 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Bane's got 11 in the second half.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Morant against McConnell. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Wagner.
Well, that's where Wagner can bully you. So strong in close.
Now here's Morant. He has 29. It's good.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Robinson a screen on Morant. McConnell. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by McConnell. Robinson's got 13. And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game.
Make some noise for your Kansas City Dancers.
Kansas City will go for a different look here. Love's check in for Mitchell Robinson. Torrey Craig comes in for Wagner. Prince is checked in for Ball. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Grizzlies also making a change. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. Now here's Jackson. 12 points for him. Payne for 3. Rebounded by Kansas City. Now McConnell. Down low. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Thursday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks.
And you know, for the matchup with Cincinnati, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group. And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
Well, don't count on Jackson Jr. for big assist numbers, but he'll make smart passes.
Kansas City trails by 10. Prince outside. McConnell against Morant. For 3, Love. And the 3 ball is good. Love's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Grizzlies shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. And he gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
From deep, Prince. That shot off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Morant. Drops in the layup for 2. Morant's got 35.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Inside, Love, and the dunk by Love.
Although Love plays with a lot of finesse, I love seeing him throw it down like that, showing how he can still elevate with the best of them.
Now here's Morant. He has 35.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
McConnell against Morant. McConnell passes to Love. Comes up empty down low. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Knocked away. It's stolen by Schroeder. Ball going up court. And Love with the basket on the assist from Prince. That's 7 points for Kevin Love.
And the physical defense, not enough to stop Love. He's just too strong down low.
Bane looking around. For the 3, Aldama gets the bucket. Aldama's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies.
Wow, you don't see that kind of quickness from Aldama all that often.
Craig, good. Craig's got 6 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Here's Schroeder. And a miss there on the triple. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. This is the most points he's scored all year. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Lonzo Ball. T.J. McConnell is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Wagner, and it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. And so it's Bane with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Pass to Joe. Here's Huff. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Joe. Payne for 3. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
DiVincenzo kicks to Wagner. McConnell passes to Wagner, and it's blocked.
Using that near 7-foot frame, Aldama says, not today.
Launches a 3. Robinson pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
DiVincenzo passes to Wagner. Here's Ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the defense got full. Ball pulled them right in
with that pump fake.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
And during this game, they sliced the D apart by just attacking the rim, flat out dominating them inside.
Here's Joe. Pass to Huff. Here's Bane. Lets the three fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Bane's got 6 in the quarter.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Now, here's Wagner. Defended by Aldama. Now, here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. It's blocked. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Aldama gets the bucket.
What a passer Bane has become.
Kansas City trails by 19. McConnell passes the ball. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Joe. He's covered by McConnell. Payne for 3. The shot missing. For Kansas City, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Here's Joe. He's covered by McConnell. Pass to Huff. Now Payne. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Kansas City. Ball's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. And it's Wagner missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. It's Joe on the wing. Back to Bane. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, not the place Aldama makes the biggest impact. He specializes elsewhere on the court.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on that. And he's good on the second. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pro?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Robinson, and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And the basket is good. Morant's got 43 points.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Out to the right wing. Ball from long range. Wells grabs the miss. Wells has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Joe. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Hands it from downtown.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Morant against McConnell. From the line, And it's good off the back rim and in. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, a lot of guys now are not comfortable in that mid-range area, but Morant is. He'll take that shot when it's there.
Now, here's McConnell. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Wells, and the dunk by Wells.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. McConnell kicks the ball. Now here's DiVincenzo. Covered by Joe. Wagner passes to DiVincenzo. To the left side wing. And McConnell gets it to go. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 15 assists. The Grizzlies call timeout. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Kansas City. And Memphis also making a switch. Baines checked in for Isaiah Joe. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Ball. Wells grabs the miss. Wells has got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Edey. Now here's Jackson. Shoots over Ball. And there's Jackson on the assist by Bane.
Desmond Bane.
Baines got his 7th assist in the game. Kansas City trails by 16. Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. Off target, that was a little heat check. Here's Wells. Lets a floater go, and he sinks the layup.
Well, we know all about Morant's unreal athleticism, but his vision is what really sets him apart.
Now here's Schroeder. To the inside, Robinson. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Memphis leading by 16. Outside, Bane. Up top, Morant. Started by Schroeder. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Grant. Again, what an avalanche!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Wells with the steal. Morant with it. Pass to Edey. And here's Morant. Another bucket! Wow!
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time.
And the great shooters know when they've got it.
Nice foul. Dennis Schroeder. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Some changes for Memphis. Off's jacked in, and Santi Aldama subbed in for Jackson.
Isaiah Joe.
A minute 20 left in the fourth. Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
And the agility, the hops, Morant just explodes off the floor.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Shooter kicks the ball. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. And Wagner has it in the corner. Shot to stop the run. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And here's Morant. 50 seconds left in the game. Misses the chippy right there. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Knights. There's Ball with the three. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of Ball's shooting technique, but man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
Now here's Morant. Count that bucket. Morant's got 57 points.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
Please feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Ja. A lot of swag on this team tonight. Who's responsible for that confidence?
I feel like we all talk to each other, even the coaching staff. Coach let us play with a lot of freedom. Everybody have the green light, so, I mean, there's no reason to lack confidence.
Thanks so much, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our